Welcome to our professional training series in divination, tarot, and astrology. The following training in tarot was developed for students that are going through the courses with the School of our Divine Infinite Being. We wanted to make our training available to the general public here on YouTube, while also encouraging those interested in a career as a divination professional in astrology and tarot to check out our programs at www.divineinfinitebeing.com. We have post-graduation program assistance that you will not find anywhere else. This includes live video consultation technology, calendar booking, social share tools, affiliate program development, e-commerce, and the opportunity to take clients from the marketing efforts of our talented in-house staff. Again, you will find all of this at www.divineinfinitebeing.com. Sponsored by astrologypro.com, the #1 platform for astrologers and tarot readers to operate their divination services. We hope you enjoy this training. Welcome everyone. Today we'll be exploring the suit of cups within the minor arcana of the tarot. For those of you who practice theurgy, ceremonial magic, or any form of witchcraft, this suit holds deep significance as it governs the realm of emotion, intuition, and psychic receptivity. And for those of you working within divination and tarot here at the School of our Divine Infinite Being, the suit of cups becomes essential in understanding how consciousness expresses itself through feeling, through imagination, sensitivity, and subtle perception. These cards represent the full spectrum of the emotional and intuitive principle, from initial attraction and connection, to deep bonding, to illusion and confusion, and ultimately to fulfillment or emotional resolution. Together they reveal how the inner currents of the psyche move, evolve, and influence awareness, shaping both your experience and that of your client. First, we begin with the Ace of Cups. This is the archetype of emotional emergence, the first awakening of feeling, intuition, and inner receptivity. It reflects how the psyche opens itself to experience, allowing something new to enter through connection, sensitivity, and awareness, rather than through effort or control. We'll begin with the upright and reversed expressions of this card before moving deeper into its divinatory meaning and symbolic structure. Ace of Cups. Divinatory meaning. Upright symbolizes the beginning of emotional fulfillment, love, and new relationships. It represents an outpouring of feelings, creativity, and spiritual awareness. Reversed signifies blocked or repressed emotions, delays in emotional fulfillment, or difficulties in relationships. It can indicate a period of emotional turbulence or a need for self-care. Element of water. Significance of the water element in relation of the Ace of Wands. Passion and inspiration. The water element introduces a depth of feeling to the fiery passion of the Ace of Wands. Instead of just raw drive or action, this card might suggest that the motivation behind your actions is deeply rooted in your emotions or subconscious desires. There is an emotional undercurrent guiding your new beginnings or creative pursuits. Intuition, creativity. Water enhances intuition, so when linked to the Ace of Wands, it could signify a creative endeavor inspired by a deep intuitive insight. Your next creative project or action might be born from an emotional or spiritual epiphany, blending heartfelt inspiration with the Ace of Wands' drive for action. Balance of energy. The interaction of water and fire suggests a balance between emotional and creative energies. Rather than being impulsive or purely action-oriented, as the Ace of Wands can sometimes be, water may help temper this energy, encouraging a more thoughtful, emotionally aware approach to pursuing passions. Now moving on to the Two of Cups. This is the archetype of connection, mutual resonance, and love, where feeling is shared and reflected between two, forming a bond through alignment, attraction, and emotional harmony rather than force. We'll begin with the elemental structure, astrological symbolic association, Greek demonic personification, and upright and reversed expressions of this card. Venus symbol. Astrological glyph for beauty, femininity, and attraction. Anchors the card's meaning in sensual and aesthetic love, connects emotionally to the zodiac placement, Venus in Cancer. Bow and arrow. The bow and arrow are classic symbols of Eros, Cupid, representing the power to ignite love, They signify focused desire and the deliberate act of initiating a romantic bond. Love here is not accidental, it is chosen and aimed with intent. Eros, Greek god of love and desire, the divine archetype representing erotic union, attraction, and the binding force between dualities. The white angel wings symbolize purity, spiritual protection, and divine presence. They suggest that the love represented in the card is not merely earthly, but uplifted and sanctified. Through them, romantic union becomes a sacred act guided by higher forces. The masculine figure, depicted as Eros with a radiant halo, embodies divine intention and sacred consciousness in love. His presence elevates desire into a spiritual act, suggesting that the union is not merely passionate, but also divinely sanctioned. The halo signifies enlightenment and purity in emotional connection. The waterfall in the background represents the unending flow of emotion and the abundance of feeling that love brings. Its movement symbolizes emotional depth, release, and renewal. This imagery evokes the dynamic and ever-evolving nature of heartfelt connection. Angel wings denote divine protection, purity, and grace. They elevate love beyond the physical into spiritual realms, signify transcendence, showing that love has celestial origins. Golden cups, ornamental vessels for sacred emotional sharing, represent mutual receptivity and giving in a relationship, more decorative than in Thoth, suggesting refined emotional exchange. Cancer glyph represents emotional depth, sensitivity, and nurturing, highlights themes of home, connection, and vulnerability, suggests intuitive love that protects and supports. Lotus flower blooms in water, symbolizing purity, rising from emotion, reflects an awakened heart and divine compassion, ties love to enlightenment and soulful beauty. Love symbolizes the reunion of divided forces through mutual surrender and harmony. It represents the healing, unifying power that brings opposites together into ecstatic unity, not passive affection, but an active, willed merging of soul and desire. Number 2. Love under will, the first manifestation of emotional unity born from duality. This reflects not just emotional harmony, but the conscious, directed force of love, willfully creating unity out of separation. Two of Cups, astrological symbolic association. Venus, symbolism. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and relationships. Venus represents the energy of attraction, emotional connection, and partnership, all of which are central themes in the Two of Cups. In this card, Venus encourages a relationship or partnership built on equality, respect, and the mutual sharing of love and feelings. Cancer, symbolism. Cancer, a water sign ruled by the moon, which brings in themes of emotional depth, nurturing, and intimate connection. The symbolism of Cancer in relation to the Two of Cups emphasizes the emotional and protective aspects of relationships, aligning with Cancer's natural tendencies toward caring and fostering deep bonds. The Venus in Cancer. Venus governs love, beauty, harmony, and relationships, while Cancer brings emotional sensitivity, protection, and a desire for security. Together, Venus and Cancer creates an energy of deeply emotional, caring, and committed love, perfectly aligning with the themes of the Two of Cups. Greek demonic, personification of the card. Two of Cups, Divine Arcana Tarot. The Two of Cups, symbolizing partnership, love, and emotional unity, can be linked to several figures that embody the qualities of love, harmony, and relational bonds. In terms of demonic personification, we can consider Eros and Hemeros, both demonic representations of love, desire, and the bonds between lovers, as fitting personifications for the Two of Cups. Blending Eros with the Two of Cups. Blending the energy of Eros with the themes of the Two of Cups creates a powerful representation of love, attraction, and emotional connection. Mutual attraction. This card signifies a connection between two individuals who are irresistibly drawn to each other, reflecting the passionate energy of Eros. The card captures the essence of romantic chemistry, where both parties feel an intense bond that transcends mere physical attraction. Passionate connection. This card does not just symbolize emotional unity, it also emphasizes the fiery passion that accompanies true love. Eros infuses the connection with desire, making it a vibrant and dynamic partnership, where love is celebrated through both emotional depth and physical affection. Nurturing love. The nurturing side of love, highlighting the importance of caring for and supporting one another in a relationship. The Two of Cups illustrates this theme by showing two figures exchanging cups, symbolizing the sharing of emotions and the nourishment of the relationship. Emotional intimacy. This card indicates a relationship where both individuals feel safe to express their innermost feelings, desires, and vulnerabilities. Eros fosters an environment where partners can explore their emotional connection, leading to a deeper understanding and appreciation of each other. Sacred union. A sacred union between lovers where the connection transcends the physical realm. The Two of Cups under this influence represents not just a romantic relationship, but a spiritual bond that is sacred and significant. It speaks to the idea that love is a divine force that unites souls, allowing for spiritual growth and transformation through partnership. Two of Cups. Divinatory meaning. Upright signifies a powerful combination of passionate new beginnings and harmonious relationships. Reversed signifies combination carries a more complex message about relationships, emotional imbalance, or challenges in connection. Now moving on to the Three of Cups, where love, joy, and emotional abundance are shared and celebrated. This is the archetype of connection expanding beyond the individual, where feeling is expressed through friendship, community, and collective harmony. Euthania. The central figure represents Euthania, the goddess of abundance, prosperity, and nourishment. She symbolizes the overflowing richness of the material and emotional world, in perfect resonance with the card's meaning. Mercury in Cancer glyph. Positioned near the top of the card, this astrological symbol reflects intellectual fluidity and emotional communication. Mercury in Cancer governs intuitive expression, memory, and the nurturing of ideas through care and empathy. Lotus flowers, symbolizing spiritual blossoming and the emergence of purity from the depths. These lotuses reflect the awakening of emotional wisdom through shared joy and fertility. In this context, they support and sustain the abundance flowing into the cups. Water flowing into cups, symbolizing the nourishing current of love and grace. This flowing water connects the lotus stems to the cups, emphasizing divine replenishment, emotional generosity, and the eternal cycle of giving and receiving. Overflowing fruit. The explosion of ripe fruit around Euthania and at her feet symbolizes nourishment, joy, and bountiful harvests. These include apples, grapes, melons, and pomegranates, classical emblems of fertility and divine femininity. Garden of Plenty. A lush field bursting with fruits, flowers, and symbols of growth. This full-spectrum abundance isn't present in Crowley's more abstract water-based card, but gives visual substance to the emotional and material richness symbolized by Bina. Golden cups. Resting at the base, the radiant cups receive the overflowing waters of joy and emotional connectivity. They represent communal celebration, shared love, and the sacred trinity of heart, soul, and body. Cancer. A water sign ruled by the moon, Cancer embodies emotional depth, nurturing, intuition, and sensitivity. Abundance signifies the key essence of the card, the flourishing of emotional, sensual, and material blessings. It celebrates unity, gratitude, and the fruitfulness of communion. Number 3. Symbolizes creative synthesis, celebration, and community. The triad reflects growth through union and the spiritual fulfillment of love's manifestation into form. Three of Cups. Astrological symbolic associations. Mercury. Symbolism. The planet of communication, travel, and intellect. It governs how we think, learn, and express ourselves. When Mercury is in Cancer, it enhances emotional communication and intuitive thinking. This placement encourages heartfelt conversations and deep connections with others. Cancer. Symbolism. Cancer is a cardinal water sign ruled by the moon, symbolizing home, family, and emotional security. It is known for its nurturing and compassionate nature, often seeking to create a sense of belonging and emotional connection. When the Three of Cups is linked to Cancer, it emphasizes themes of friendship, celebration, and emotional bonding. The Mercury in Cancer. Mercury in Cancer, blending the communicative and intellectual qualities of Mercury with the nurturing and emotional nature of Cancer. This combination emphasizes themes of emotional communication, deep connections, and social interactions. Greek Daemonic, personification of the card. Three of Cups, Divine Arcana Tarot. The Three of Cups can be personified by the three Graces from Greek mythology. The three Graces are goddesses of charm, beauty, and creativity, and they embody the joyous and celebratory spirit of the Three of Cups. The three Graces personify the Three of Cups by embodying the themes of celebration, friendship, and the joy that comes from being part of a supportive and loving community. Blending Euthenia with the Three of Cups. Euthenia, the Greek goddess of prosperity, abundance, and well-being, blends beautifully with the themes of the Three of Cups, which symbolizes celebration, friendship, and communal joy. Abundance and community. Euthenia embodies the concept of abundance, which aligns with the joyful gatherings depicted in the Three of Cups. This blend signifies that true prosperity comes not just from material wealth, but also from the richness of shared experiences and the emotional support of a community. Celebration and success. Euthenia encourages the celebration of achievements within a community. When friends come together in the spirit of the Three of Cups, they recognize and honor each other's successes. This connection emphasizes the importance of celebrating not only individual accomplishments. Nurturing relationship. Euthenia represents well-being and nurturing, enhancing the emotional bonds depicted in the Three of Cups. This blend highlights the idea that strong, supportive relationships are vital for personal prosperity. It encourages individuals to cultivate friendships that nourish their spirits. Joyful gatherings. The Three of Cups resonate with Euthenia's essence of happiness and abundance. This blend signifies that celebrations, be they small gatherings or grand festivities, are essential for enhancing life's richness. Supportive community. Euthenia's connection to abundance also brings a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the blessings in life. The Three of Cups. This blend encourages individuals to express gratitude for their friendships and the joy that comes from shared experiences. Three of Cups. Divinatory meaning. Upright symbolizes celebration, friendship, community, and joyful gatherings. It often represents a time of happiness and shared experiences among friends and loved ones. Reversed highlights challenges in social interactions, friendships, and celebrations. It signifies feelings of isolation, miscommunication, and potential conflicts within relationships. Now moving on to the Four of Cups, where emotional experience turns inward despite the presence of luxury and external fulfillment. This is the archetype of introspection and selective awareness, where even amidst abundance the psyche withdraws, questions, and seeks something deeper beyond surface satisfaction. The Moon symbolizes emotions, intuition, cycles, and subconscious fluctuations. In this card, it specifically signifies the Moon in Cancer, its natural domicile, enhancing themes of emotional depth, sensitivity, and attachment to comfort and luxury. Philodos, Greek personification, embodies affection, friendship, and pleasure, presiding over indulgence and emotional connection that borders on excess. Her presence here emphasizes the seductive allure of luxury, entwined with emotional vulnerability. Pink Lotus, the multiple-stemmed lotus, symbolizes the loss of purity and the multiplication of desires, reflects Crowley's idea that the dyad has grown stronger, fostering indulgence. Flowing water streams from cups, depicts the waters of the subconscious and emotional realm, here shown as ruffled rather than calm, signifying the instability Crowley describes in the sea surface. Four cups represent the Four of Cups, manifesting the consolidation of the dyad. Their precarious placement hints at instability and the seeds of decay within pleasure. Fruit platter, a lavish display of fruits indicating abundance and sensual gratification. However, it also symbolizes the transient nature of pleasure. What is ripe today may soon decay. Black water represents the subconscious depths and emotional murkiness underlying the scene of luxury. Unlike clear water, its darkness signifies hidden dissatisfaction, stagnation, or the unseen consequences of indulgence. Cancer, a water sign ruled by the moon, Cancer embodies emotional depth, nurturing, intuition, and sensitivity. Luxury symbolizes emotional and material abundance, yet paired with a sense of excess or overindulgence. While pleasures and comforts are abundant, they risk becoming stagnant or unsatisfying over time. Number 4. This symbol represents the emotional, intuitive, and subconscious realm. In the Four of Cups, it aligns with the card's association with Chessie in the world of water and the moon in Cancer, both deeply connected to emotions, sensitivity, and fluctuating desires. Four of Cups. Astrological symbolic associations. Moon. Symbolism symbolizes emotional depth, intuition, and the subconscious, making it a powerful astrological association for the Four of Cups. This connection emphasizes themes of introspection, discontent, and the importance of listening to one's inner voice. The moon's influence encourages individuals to confront fears, embrace the cycles of emotion. Cancer. Symbolism of Cancer, emotional sensitivity, the need for comfort and security, and the importance of nurturing oneself and relationships. This connection encourages introspection, self-care. By embracing the nurturing qualities of Cancer, individuals can gain clarity about their feelings and desires, fostering deeper connections and emotional fulfillment. The Moon in Cancer. The Moon in Cancer, in relation to the Four of Cups, emphasizes emotional intensity, nurturing, and the need for introspection. This combination encourages self-reflection, a desire for comfort and security, and an exploration of the subconscious. Greek daemonic, personification of the card. Four of Cups, Divine Arcana Tarot. The Four of Cups represents themes of introspection, contemplation, emotional withdrawal, and dissatisfaction. The Four of Cups can be personified through figures like Erebus, Hypnos, Phaitnos, Hecate, Thanatos, and Melinoe. They highlight the importance of self-reflection, exploring the subconscious, and addressing emotional dissatisfaction to foster personal growth and clarity. Blending Philos with the Four of Cups. Philos, the Greek goddess of affection, friendship, and love, can be beautifully blended with the themes of the Four of Cups to create a rich tapestry of emotional exploration and connection. Emotional connection. In the Four of Cups, her influence encourages individuals to reassess their emotional ties and connections with others. This card may signal a period of withdrawal, but Philos invites you to consider the importance of reaching out to loved ones and nurturing relationships that matter. Reflection on relationship. The Four of Cups often represents introspection and contemplation. With Philos, this introspective time can be directed toward reflecting on your relationships. It prompts individuals to evaluate which connections bring joy and fulfillment. Overcoming disconnected symbolizes the warmth of friendship and affection, helping to counterbalance the feelings of dissatisfaction often associated with the Four of Cups. This blend encourages individuals to acknowledge their emotional discontent while also seeking to cultivate positive relationships that can bring joy and comfort. Nurturing self-love. It highlights the significance of understanding one's own emotional needs and seeking personal fulfillment before engaging with others. Openness to new experience. It encourages openness and receptivity to new experiences, especially in the realm of relationships. Her presence encourages individuals to embrace new connections and possibilities that may lead to emotional growth and fulfillment. Celebration of friendship. It encourages individuals to celebrate their relationships and recognize the support and affection that friends offer during times of introspection. This combination invites a shift from withdrawal to gratitude for the connections that enrich one's life. Four of Cups. Divinatory meaning. Upright represents feelings of contemplation, introspection, and emotional discontent. It signifies a period of self-reflection, where one may feel disconnected from their surroundings or from opportunities. Reversed signifies a positive shift away from emotional discontent and introspection toward openness and new opportunities. It encourages you to release apathy, embrace change. Now moving on to the Five of Cups, where emotional investment meets disappointment and loss. This is the archetype of disillusionment, where expectations are broken, and the psyche is forced to confront the gap between what was desired and what is real. Algia, the Greek personification of pain, sorrow, and emotional suffering. Algia governs the domain of grief and disappointment, embodying the sorrow that arises when emotional investments fail or pleasures sour. Her presence on the Five of Cups accentuates the inevitable encounter with heartbreak and the learning that can emerge from emotional ruin. Mars glyph represents Mars, the planet of aggression, conflict, and destructive force. In this card, it indicates Mars in Scorpio, signifying intense emotional turbulence and destructive impulses within the emotional realm. Stone Archway ruins depicts the collapse of once stable structures, symbolizing broken foundations in relationships, beliefs, or emotions. The ruins echo the inevitable decay of what was once thought secure, aligning with the card's theme of disappointment. The Five Cups symbolize emotional loss, regret, and disillusionment. They represent unfulfilled desires and the pain of disappointment. Their inverted pentagram arrangement reflects the dominance of material sorrow over spiritual resilience. Golden branches. These branches, though gold, are withered and brittle, signifying hollow rewards, superficial achievements, or pleasures that have turned lifeless. They suggest that even in beauty, decay can thrive when the soul is neglected. Golden flower symbolizes faded beauty and the remnants of past joy now withering. It reflects pleasures that once bloomed but have decayed into disappointment. Its presence signifies the transient nature of happiness and emotional fulfillment. Disappointment signifies emotional letdown, regret, and unmet expectations. It reflects the sorrow that arises when hopes or relationships falter. This card warns of frustration, but also invites reflection and emotional growth. Number 5 symbolizes conflict, instability, and challenge. It represents a turning point where balance is disturbed, leading to growth through struggle. In cups, it reflects emotional turbulence and the disruption of harmony. Five of Cups. Astrological symbolic associations. Mars. Symbolism. Mars symbolism in its astrological associations. The energy of Mars brings a dynamic intensity to this card's themes. Mars represents action, conflict, and drive, but in the context of the Five of Cups, it underscores the emotional turbulence, inner struggles, and the push to overcome grief. Scorpio. Symbolism. Scorpio symbolism in the Five of Cups highlights themes of emotional depth, transformation, and the power of facing emotional loss head-on. Scorpio's influence intensifies the grief associated with this card, but also emphasizes the potential for rebirth and renewal. The Mars in Scorpio. Mars in Scorpio with the Five of Cups brings a powerful and intense layer of emotional transformation, drive, and inner struggle. Mars, the planet of action, aggression, and drive, is at home in Scorpio, a sign known for its depth, intensity, and focus on emotional regeneration. Greek Daemonic. Personification of the card. Five of Cups. Divine Arcana Tarot. Five of Cups represents themes of loss, grief, and emotional turmoil. A suitable Greek demonic personification for this card is Morpheus, the god of dreams and the personification of sleep. Through the lens of Morpheus, the significance of introspection, the duality of hope and sorrow, and the healing potential found within dreams and reflection are highlighted. Blending Algia with the Five of Cups. Blending the concept of Algia with the Five of Cups can create a unique perspective on themes of loss, emotional turmoil, and potential for growth. Resilience and adaptability. This aligns with the Five of Cups, which represents emotional struggle. The blend suggests that, like algae, individuals can adapt to challenging emotional circumstances and find ways to grow despite adversity, nurturing new growth. The Five of Cups emphasizes the potential for new growth and healing after loss. This blend highlights that acknowledging grief can lead to nurturing new emotional experiences and connections. Transformation through water. This connection suggests that emotional experiences like water can be transformative. Just as algae can flourish in water, individuals can transform their sorrow into something positive, such as healing or personal growth. Renewal and regeneration. This mirrors the Five of Cups, which encourages recognizing what remains after a loss. Hidden potential. This blend encourages a shift in perspective, urging individuals to look beyond their immediate grief to discover the hidden potentials in their lives. Balance of emotions. The Five of Cups emphasizes the importance of processing grief and loss to achieve emotional equilibrium. This blend suggests that finding balance amidst sorrow can lead to healthier emotional states and well-being. Five of Cups. Divinatory meaning. Upright signifies grief, loss, and emotional disappointment. It reflects a time of sorrow and regret, where one may be focused on what has gone wrong. Reversed. This card is about shifting focus from what has been lost to what remains, embracing optimism and reconnecting with others. Now moving on to the Six of Cups, where emotional experience returns to harmony through pleasure, memory, and gentle restoration. This is the archetype of emotional ease, where feeling is no longer conflicted, but flows with a sense of comfort, familiarity, and quiet enjoyment. Hedon, the Greek personification of pleasure, delight, and sensual fulfillment. As the daughter of Eros and Psyche, Hedon symbolizes the pure joy and harmony that arises from the union of love and soul. Her presence in this card embodies emotional satisfaction elevated by beauty and connection. Sun, the celestial body representing vital energy, illumination, and creative life force. In this card, the Sun's position in Scorpio infuses emotional depths with regenerative warmth, driving fertility and the transformative power of pleasure. Yellow lotus flowers, symbols of purity, enlightenment, and spiritual blossoming. These lotuses reflect the nourishing influence of the sun on water, evoking growth, fertility, and the sacredness of pleasure derived from natural harmony. Golden cups. These six ornate vessels represent the harmonious flow of emotional energy, aligned with Tiferet, the sixth sephira on the Tree of Life. The arrangement channels balance, satisfaction, and the serene joy of emotional fulfillment. Scorpio glyph signifies depth, transformation, and emotional intensity. Scorpio's influence reveals that true pleasure requires the courage to explore the deeper, often hidden layers of desire and connection. Water pouring from lotuses into cups symbolizes the continuous flow of emotional nourishment and vitality. The water sustains pleasure and well-being, showing that joy is a dynamic process, not a static state. Water lilies and blossoms, emblems of natural beauty and the gentle unfolding of feelings. Floating effortlessly, they illustrate emotional serenity and the blossoming of pleasures in an environment of peace. Pleasure symbolizes emotional joy, nostalgia, and heartfelt connection. It reflects deep, soulful satisfaction rooted in past bonds or inner healing. Number 6 corresponds to Tiferet, the sphere of beauty, harmony, and balance. The number 6 signifies the perfected state of emotional experiences, where the heart, body, and soul find mutual pleasure. Six of Cups. Astrological symbolic associations. Virgo. Symbolism. Virgo with the Six of Cups enriches the card's themes of nostalgia, emotional healing, and relationships with practicality and introspection. It encourages thoughtful reflection on past experiences, highlights the importance of nurturing relationships, and emphasizes emotional growth through self-analysis. Sun. Symbolism. The Sun with the Six of Cups enhances the card's themes of nostalgia, joy, and emotional connections. It emphasizes clarity, warmth, and the celebration of positive memories, encouraging you to embrace your inner child and recognize the light that past experiences can bring to your present life. The Virgo and Sun. The Virgo and Sun symbolism associated with the Six of Cups emphasizes analytical reflection, emotional healing, and the joy found in simple, nurturing relationships. This combination encourages you to embrace your past with clarity and warmth, promoting personal growth through reflection and connection. Greek demonic, personification of the card. Six of Cups, Divine Arcana Tarot. The Six of Cups, which centers around nostalgia, innocence, and emotional connections. A fitting Greek demonic personification could be Eros, the god of love, or Ananke, the personification of necessity and fate. Blending Hedon with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups can create a rich tapestry of meanings that emphasize the joy and enjoyment of life, particularly in the context of emotional connections and nostalgic memories. Joy and simple pleasures. Hedon embodies the essence of pleasure, celebrating life's simple joys. This aligns with the Six of Cups, which often emphasizes fond memories from childhood and the happiness derived from innocent, uncomplicated experiences. Nostalgia and sensory experiences. The Six of Cups evokes nostalgia, often linked to sensory memories. Hedon enhances this by emphasizing the importance of savoring these sensory experiences, reminding us that pleasure can be derived from reconnecting with past joys through taste, touch, and smell. Emotional connections and relationships. Hedon represents pleasure in relationships and emotional connections. The Six of Cups, which often signifies friendships and familial bonds, highlights the joy and comfort found in reconnecting with loved ones. Playfulness and lightheartedness. The playful nature of Hedon complements the innocent, carefree spirit of the Six of Cups. This blend encourages a lighthearted approach to life, suggesting that it's important to engage in playful activities and create joyful memories, reminiscent of childhood fun and spontaneity. Cultivating gratitude and appreciation. Hedon encourages a sense of gratitude for life's pleasures, while the Six of Cups invites reflection on cherished memories. Together, they promote an appreciation for the richness of life and the importance of recognizing and celebrating past experiences that bring joy, leading to a more fulfilling present. Six of Cups. Divinatory meaning. Upright signifies nostalgia, innocence, and emotional reconnection, often reminding us to embrace past experiences, joy, and childhood memories. Reversed signifies a departure from nostalgia, emotional blockages, and a disconnection from the past. Now moving on to the Seven of Cups, where emotional experience becomes entangled in excess, illusion, and indulgence. This is the archetype of debauch, where feeling is no longer grounded, but scattered across desire, fantasy, and overindulgence, leading the psyche away from clarity. Methe signifies the spirit of drunkenness and escapism. Her presence in the Seven of Cups signifies a surrender to fantasy, the seductive call of emotional excess, and the blurring of reality through indulgence. Venus in Scorpio represents sensual pleasure turned to obsession or emotional entanglement. This placement heightens the danger of beauty becoming manipulative and love turning to addiction. Lotus, symbol of corrupted purity and false beauty, once sacred, now toxic. These lotuses represent pleasures that seduce but ultimately poison the spirit. They reflect illusion disguised as spiritual fulfillment. Golden Cup suggests false refinement or corrupted sacredness. These were once symbols of spiritual purity, now tarnished by decay, representing pleasures masquerading as divine but rooted in illusion. Glistening Waterfall, once a symbol of emotional flow, it is now hidden and darkened, representing distorted or suppressed emotional truths, overpowered by indulgence. Scorpio, the astrological ruler of deep emotional intensity, transformation, and shadow exploration. Scorpio governs hidden desires and the subconscious, amplifying the card's themes of intoxication and emotional overflow. Debauch symbolizes overindulgence, emotional excess, and intoxication by fantasy. Pleasure becomes corrupt, leading to confusion, stagnation, and decay. It warns against mistaking illusion for truth or desire for fulfillment. Number 7 symbolizes mystery, introspection, and spiritual testing. In the emotional realm, cups, it reflects imbalance, illusion, and challenges to inner clarity. It represents a turning point where choices must be made between truth and temptation. Seven of Cups. Astrological symbolic associations. Venus. Symbolism. Venus with the Seven of Cups emphasizes the themes of desire, emotional connections, and the exploration of possibilities. While it encourages indulgence in creativity and imagination, it also warns against the allure of illusions and superficial pleasures. Scorpio. Symbolism. Scorpio symbolism associated with the Seven of Cups adds depth and complexity to the card's interpretation. It highlights the intensity of emotions, the transformative power of desires, and the importance of discernment when faced with multiple options. The Venus in Scorpio. The Venus in Scorpio of the Seven of Cups enhances the card's themes of desire, emotional exploration, and transformation. It highlights the intensity of emotions and the need for discernment when navigating choices. Greek Daemonic. Personification of the card. Seven of Cups, Divine Arcana Tarot. The Seven of Cups, embodying the themes of dreams, illusions, and the complexities of desire. This connection emphasizes the importance of discernment, reflection, and creative exploration when navigating the choices that life presents. Blending Metha with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups can yield a rich tapestry of meanings related to choices, desires, and the complexities of indulgence. Indulgence in excess. The Seven of Cups. This association highlights the potential for excess in choices and desires. It serves as a reminder that while exploring various options may be enticing, one must be cautious of overindulgence that can lead to confusion or dissatisfaction. Escapism and fantasy. The Seven of Cups reflects this tendency, as it often presents a myriad of options that can lead to daydreaming or avoiding reality. This blend encourages awareness of the fine line between healthy exploration and escapism that detracts from real-life responsibilities. Illusion versus reality. The Seven of Cups warns against getting lost in fantasies or deceptive choices. This blending encourages individuals to remain grounded and discerning in their decision-making, ensuring that their choices are based on reality rather than intoxicated by desire. Exploration of desires. The Seven of Cups encourage the exploration of desires, but with caution. This blend emphasizes the importance of understanding one's true desires and aspirations before making choices. Creative inspiration. The Seven of Cups. This suggests that indulging in imagination and dreams can lead to innovative ideas and artistic expression. It encourages individuals to embrace their creative impulses while maintaining awareness of the distinction between inspiration and delusion. Self-reflection and clarity. The Seven of Cups highlights the need for self-reflection and clarity when faced with choices. While indulgence may tempt you to dive into fantasies, it's essential to take a step back and evaluate your options thoughtfully. Seven of Cups. Divinatory meaning. Upright. Represents a time of choices, imagination, and emotional exploration, reminding you to balance dreams with reality. Reversed represents a transition from confusion and fantasy to clarity and decisive action. It emphasizes the importance of facing reality, making informed choices, and letting go of illusions. Now moving on to the Eight of Cups, where emotional experience begins to withdraw due to indolence and lack of deeper fulfillment. This is the archetype of disengagement, where feeling loses its vitality, and the psyche turns away, not out of clarity, but from exhaustion, stagnation, or emotional fatigue. Argia symbolizes the surrender of effort, will, and intention. Her presence marks the loss of motivation, the passive decay of purpose, and the refusal to engage with growth or healing. Saturn embodies limitation, stagnation, and the passage of time that wears down vitality. In this card, Saturn deadens emotional movement, evoking fatigue, repression, and surrender to sorrow. Leaking cups. These broken containers represent depleted emotions and the inability to retain meaning or joy. They illustrate how efforts become hollow when spirit and intention are absent. Pisces, the sign of deep feeling and boundless intuition. Under Saturn's grip, it becomes a sea of emotional numbness, drifting toward escapism, confusion, and spiritual paralysis. Indolence. Indolence represents the soul's retreat from struggle. It speaks of emotional burnout, spiritual resignation, and the quiet danger of giving up on meaningful change. Number 8. The number 8, often linked to cycles and balance, here becomes a closed loop of inertia. It reflects emotional fatigue, a state of near completion hindered by refusal to move forward. 8 of Cups, astrological symbolic associations. Saturn, symbolism. Saturn with the 8 of Cups emphasizes themes of responsibility, emotional maturity, and the necessity of confronting limitations. This influence encourages introspection, the establishment of structure in your life, and a commitment to personal growth. Pisces, symbolism. Pisces with the 8 of Cups highlights themes of emotional sensitivity, intuition, and a quest for spiritual fulfillment. This influence encourages you to listen to your inner guidance, let go of illusions, and embrace your emotional journey with compassion and healing. The Saturn in Pisces. The 8 of Cups highlights themes of emotional responsibility, realism in dreams, and disciplined spiritual exploration. This combination encourages you to confront emotional boundaries, let go of illusions, and navigate change with resilience. Greek daimonic. Personification of the card. Eight of Cups. Divine Arcana Tarot. The 8 of Cups symbolizes emotional withdrawal, the search for deeper meaning, and the need to move on from unfulfilling situations. In Greek mythology, a fitting daimonic personification for this card would be Oceana, a lesser-known figure who embodies the essence of water and emotional depths. Blending Ergia with the 8 of Cups, it reveals themes of escapism, introspection, and the duality of pleasure and pain. This combination encourages individuals to confront their emotional truths rather than seeking temporary relief through indulgence. Escapism and emotional avoidance. The 8 of Cups signifies the conscious choice to move away from emotionally unfulfilling situations. But Ergia's influence can suggest the temptation to avoid emotional confrontation by seeking comfort in passivity or inertia. It warns against getting stuck in emotional complacency and encourages individuals to address the feelings that are being avoided. Introspection through stagnation. This blending suggests that, while emotional withdrawal can offer moments of deep introspection, Ergia's energy may cause a tendency to dwell too long in the past or to resist action. The card reflects the journey of self-discovery that is often accompanied by periods of stillness, where clarity can arise. However, Ergia's presence might cause a delay in this realization, prompting individuals to confront their own emotional resistance. Temporary relief versus lasting change. The temptation to seek temporary relief through inertia or avoidance is strong when Ergia is present. While it is easier to remain in a state of emotional stagnation, this combination reminds us that true fulfillment comes from embracing the necessary changes and engaging in emotional work. The 8 of Cups, with Ergia, emphasizes that growth and lasting transformation come only when we make the conscious choice to move forward. The duality of comfort and struggle. Ergia's influence can create a tension between the comfort of staying where you are and the struggle required to move forward. The 8 of Cups captures the complexity of leaving behind familiar emotional attachments, which can feel comforting even if they are no longer serving your growth. This blending encourages reflection on how clinging to the past, while emotionally comfortable, can hinder one's progress. Seeking authentic joy. This combination urges individuals to distinguish between superficial emotional comfort and authentic joy. The 8 of Cups calls for an inward journey to discover what truly nourishes the soul, while Ergia warns of becoming complacent in the pursuit of fleeting satisfaction. It encourages the pursuit of deeper, more lasting happiness that aligns with personal values and growth. 8 of Cups. Divinatory meaning. Upright signifies a conscious emotional departure and authenticity. It encourages letting go of past attachments, engaging in introspection, and embracing change as part of your personal journey. Reversed. Its reverse position carries themes of stagnation, avoidance, and the struggle to move on. Now moving on to the 9 of Cups, where emotional experience reaches a state of happiness, fulfillment, and satisfaction. This is the archetype of emotional completion, where desire has been met and the psyche experiences pleasure, contentment, and a sense of inner reward. Jupiter, the celestial ruler of expansion, joy, and divine abundance. Jupiter governs this card with his overflowing generosity and spiritual favor, ensuring a life enriched by inner and outer harmony. Archetypes, the embodiment of grace, joy, and harmonious festivity. The presence of the three graces, archetypes, radiates emotional unity and the sheer delight of desires fulfilled. They symbolize celebration, beauty, and heartfelt connection in its most elevated form. 9. Overflowing cups, the perfect alignment of emotional vessels, each filled and running over. These cups represent completion, inner joy, and heartfelt satisfaction. Their arrangement suggests a structure that holds happiness in balance and abundance. Sacred pool with lotus, still waters that mirror inner peace. The lotus-filled pool beneath the women reflects tranquil emotion, showing a soul grounded in fulfillment and spiritual wisdom. It is the unconscious made serene through emotional clarity. Pisces symbolizes the intuitive sea of emotional fulfillment and spiritual compassion. Under Pisces, happiness flows inward and outward, reflecting a state of bliss where empathy, imagination, and love unify in serenity. Happiness, the culmination of the suit of water, a declaration of perfect joy. This title speaks to the realized dream, the feast of satisfaction, and the quiet abundance of a wish fulfilled. Number 9. The number of Yesod on the Tree of Life, foundation of all emotional truth. It marks the fulfillment and stabilization of water's force, echoing the moon's reflective power and the harmonious close of a journey. 9 of Cups, astrological symbolic associations. Jupiter, symbolism. Jupiter enhances the positive attributes of the 9 of Cups, emphasizing themes of expansion, abundance, and joy. It encourages optimism, gratitude, and celebration of achievements, while also highlighting the importance of nurturing relationships. Pisces, symbolism. Pisces enhances the 9 of Cups by emphasizing themes of emotional intuition, dreams, and spiritual fulfillment. This association encourages you to trust your feelings and pursue your aspirations while fostering compassion and empathy in your relationships. The Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter in Pisces enhances the themes of the 9 of Cups by amplifying emotional satisfaction, spiritual abundance, and intuitive insights. This alignment encourages creativity, compassion, and generosity, reinforcing the importance of sharing your joy with others. Greek daimonic, personification of the card. Nine of Cups, divine arcana tarot. The 9 of Cups, embodying themes of happiness, fulfillment, and abundance. She represents the joy of achieving one's desires, inner contentment, and the importance of celebrating life and sharing happiness with others. By recognizing eudaimonia influence, individuals can cultivate a deeper understanding of their emotional needs and strive toward a life of genuine fulfillment and joy. Blending Archetypes with the 9 of Cups, it reveals themes of joy, celebration, and the duality of abundance and complacency. This combination encourages individuals to embrace the joy of emotional fulfillment and achievements while maintaining a sense of gratitude and humility. Embodiment of joy and celebration. The 9 of Cups. Their influence emphasizes the importance of celebrating personal achievements and emotional fulfillment. They remind us that happiness is best enjoyed in a communal atmosphere, enhancing the card's themes of shared joy, beauty, and fulfillment. This blending suggests that the fulfillment of wishes brings not only emotional satisfaction, but also a sense of beauty in life. Achieving one's desires creates a harmonious environment where beauty can flourish, generosity, and kindness. This quality resonates with the 9 of Cups' encouragement to express gratitude and share one's good fortune with others. Their presence highlights the importance of generosity in experiencing true happiness and fulfillment. Emotional connection. They emphasize that true fulfillment comes from nurturing bonds with loved ones, celebrating achievements together, and creating memories that enhance emotional well-being. Harmony and balance. This quality enhances the Nine of Cups message of contentment by suggesting that a balanced emotional state is crucial for experiencing genuine happiness. It encourages individuals to seek harmony within themselves and their relationships. Manifestation of desires. It suggests that approaching life's goals with positivity and beauty can attract fulfillment, encouraging individuals to embody these qualities in their pursuits. Nine of Cups. Divinatory meaning. Upright symbolizes emotional fulfillment, the realization of wishes, and a time for celebration and gratitude. It encourages self-contentment and stability. Reversed signifies unfulfilled wishes, overindulgence, and a lack of contentment. It prompts introspection and warns against emotional dependency. Now moving on to the Ten of Cups, where emotional experience reaches satiety and complete fulfillment. This is the archetype of emotional completion, where feeling has been fully realized and the psyche experiences harmony, contentment, and a sense of total satisfaction. Mars, the force of passion and motion, collides with Pisces' depth and peace. The result is not violent chaos, but a subtle corrosion, the slow unraveling of happiness once it is taken for granted. Kouros represents the shadow of emotional fullness when joy turns to boredom or stagnation. Kouros embodies the tipping point beyond satisfaction, where pleasure loses meaning. Red Ripple Halo symbolizes the radiating influence of Mars, raw, disruptive energy that breaks the emotional equilibrium of Pisces. It emphasizes imbalance born from too much force. Overarching Lotus Flower. A great lotus pours water downward into the cup system. It represents spiritual abundance and divine grace, but here it has begun to overflow unstably, reflecting Crowley's idea of water's work being complete. Cups arranged in Tree of Life format. The 10 golden cups are aligned in the Sephirotic pattern, rooted in Malkuth Kingdom. It visually affirms this as the culmination of emotional journey, the final form of water's manifestation. Tilted cups pouring into each other. Water endlessly pours between them, never held. This instability reflects emotional overindulgence, where fulfillment tips into exhaustion. Temple. The home or temple structure implies emotional security and communal harmony. It nods to the Rider-Waite idea of family joy, yet here it stands still, passive, almost overly idyllic. Satiety. This title marks the culmination of the suit of water. But satiety warns, what lies beyond emotional satisfaction is not more joy, but the challenge of finding meaning in what has already been attained. Number 10 symbolizes completion, the full manifestation of a cycle's energy. It represents emotional fulfillment reaching its peak, but also the risk of stagnation. In this card, it hints at excess, satisfaction tipping into spiritual exhaustion. Ten of Cups. Astrological symbolic associations. Mars. Symbolism. Mars symbolism in relation to the Ten of Wands enhances themes of ambition, struggle, and the importance of resilience in the face of overwhelming responsibilities. This association encourages individuals to harness their inner strength, confront challenges courageously, and seek balance in managing their burdens. Pisces. Symbolism. Pisces symbolism in relation to the Ten of Wands enhances themes of emotional depth, compassion, and the importance of finding balance. This connection encourages individuals to confront their burdens with sensitivity and to seek support from others. The Mars in Pisces. Mars in Pisces and the Ten of Cups brings together themes of emotional fulfillment, idealism, and the nuanced interplay between action and sensitivity. It highlights the interplay between action and emotion, encouraging compassionate pursuits of happiness and fulfillment. Greek Daemonic. Personification of the card. Ten of Cups, Divine Arcana Tarot. The Ten of Cups traditionally represents harmony, fulfillment, and emotional contentment, especially within the family or community. It's a card of peace and happiness, often seen as the culmination of emotional and spiritual goals. For a demon personification of this card, We could envision a being that represents emotional harmony and family unity, blending Koros with the Ten of Cups. Blending Koros with the Ten of Cups can offer a nuanced exploration of contentment, balance, and the risks of indulgence. Satiation versus fulfillment. In satiation, happiness and emotional harmony become too abundant or easy. They can turn into overindulgence, resulting in a loss of gratitude. Fulfillment can shift from a peaceful, balanced state to a sense of complacency or entitlement if Koros's influence takes hold. Contentment versus complacency. It represents a harmonious, stable family or community life where individuals are fulfilled emotionally and spiritually. Complacency introduces the idea that too much peace can make one take happiness for granted, leading to boredom, carelessness, or even arrogance. Gratitude versus entitlement. It highlights how oversatiation can erode that joy, turning it into entitlement. It remained grateful for emotional or familial fulfillment, as Koros signifies the risk of feeling that one deserves more, even when blessed with abundance. Harmony versus discontent. The Ten of Cups suggests lasting emotional peace and harmony, but Koros warns of the discontent that can arise when there is too much comfort. This point emphasizes the need to cultivate inner contentment rather than seeking external fulfillment constantly. Balance and abundance. Koros brings the cautionary balance that too much emotional ease can weaken one's resilience, the importance of moderation, even in happiness, to maintain emotional strength and gratitude. Spiritual growth versus stagnation. It represents a culmination of emotional and spiritual growth, but Koros suggests that overindulgence in peace and happiness can lead to stagnation. Ten of Cups. Divinatory meaning. Upright. It signifies happiness, fulfillment, and harmony within relationships and family life. Reversed. A reversed position often indicates disruption and disharmony in relationships and family life.